We have not had rain for weeks, but if you can see the clouds behind me, it looks like we have a storm coming in, and this is the perfect opportunity to plant these sweet potato slips that I've started. Sweet potatoes take 110, 120 days, roughly 4 months, and there's just enough time. If I put these in now, they will finish up in November, just before our last frost, and if they're a little small, I'm okay with that. But I'm hoping we'll get a second crop of sweet potatoes. The other half of this bed, we planted sweet potatoes. We planted sweet potatoes in the spring, and so they will be ready to come out probably end of September, and this will give us a second crop, hopefully. Sweet potatoes grow roots along their stems, so it really doesn't matter how deep you plant them, but they will grow roots. This, is an old container. This is Microlife. It is an organic fertilizer with mycorrhizal fungi.
Slow release.
Slow release, yes. So put it in at transplanting, and it will last for months. We found it does really well for our plants, and we feel good about using it in our garden. Oh, I need to have this in reach. And no snails allowed. Yep. Right side up would be good.
Well, it's another dog day of summer. It was 100 degrees again today, and we're out here in the evening after dinner working on the garden. You can see my hot pepper bed here right behind me. We've got some peppers growing in here. Yes, there's a few. We got ghost peppers and reapers, and there's some peppers that my friend from Cyprus, she sent me, and they kind of look like that, the red, but you can see we're getting all kinds of flowers on the pepper plants. The pepper plants really like the heat, and we've been watering them, keeping them going. So now we just have to keep ourselves going with the heat and make sure we stay hydrated. We've been waking up a lot earlier. I don't know that's because of the heat, but we've been working hard out here, and we need to definitely make sure get plenty to drink out in this hot weather. And right here next to me we have our blackberries. I'll show you. They're taking a little bit of hit, but mostly they're looking okay. Let me show you. We have 4 varieties of thornless blackberries in here. You can see that branch there is taking a little hit, probably from the heat, but other sections of the blackberries are looking nice and green. And this vining plant here, I was just talking to Sarah. We don't know what that vining plant is. It's a volunteer. We're just letting it grow, and we'll see what comes out of it. It's going to be like a surprise. Maybe that's a new trend in gardening. Instead of chaos gardening, we're going to have surprise gardening. We did get quite a number of volunteers all over the garden. A lot of flowers, lots of flowers. Like, let me show you here. There's a really pretty volunteer right here at the end of this bed. And you can see they're putting out flowers. I know they're zinnias, but they're pretty outside of the bed. Have lots of projects to do, lots and lots of cleanup out here. Weeding, bindweed is awful. We have a couple of sections of bindweed that we're desperately trying to get rid of. And then right over here, kind of kind of behind me, beside me, is a volunteer watermelon. You can see we've got some large watermelons in there, a couple of them. We actually pulled one out that was 20 pounds already, but you can see that it's sprawling all through here. And that was a volunteer. We didn't plant it. It came up on its own. But we'll take it. Love fresh watermelon right from the garden. And right here in front of me, let me flip you around, is our native plant section, the hugelkultur. And you can see how it's growing in this heat. It's actually doing quite well, and we don't water it. So let me show you. So here on the end we have kidney wood, and it's got its little flowers coming out. And then the coral honeysuckle is trying to take over. I cut that thing back all out of that kidney wood in the winter, and I'm gonna have to do it again this year. And then several other plants. I'm sorry, this is a Texas mountain laurel that I grew from a seed. I got a seed, a couple of them, and grew them, and that one's doing very well. And of course, the other end is another kidney wood. Let's check and see how the blueberries are doing. They got blueberry row. Let me show you. So the blueberry plants on blueberry row are in these red pots. They're doing okay. They're surviving. We water them a couple times a week. And behind them, over there, is a mint plant. We love to harvest fresh mint and have hot mint tea in the winter. So we like to keep that going too. And then over here next to me on my other side is the fig forest. I'll turn you around so you can kind of see there behind me. Those are all fig trees. 23 different varieties here, and then I have another one over on the other side of the yard that makes 24 in-ground fig trees out of the 100 plus varieties that I have. And then tomato tunnel row, tomato tunnel is here in front of me. Let me show you what that's looking like. It's pretty rough. Tomatoes are pretty much done right now. They don't take the heat very well. Here's the tomato tunnel. Got some things growing in here. I have a blackberry in a pot there, some basil. There's a cantaloupe that's trying to grow. And then I have a grape plant down here. I'm trying to keep it alive long enough to maybe do a grape tunnel. Trying to keep the grape alive long enough to maybe get some cuttings. One of my projects I would like to do is build a grape tunnel that we can walk through and harvest grapes from underneath. That just sounds so cool, and I'm gonna try it. So I think that's where I'll stop for now on today's dog day of summer. You can tell I'm quite warm. It's still quite warm. The breeze is nice. The storms are causing a little bit of breeze that's blowing through here, and boy, that feels so good. So it's not terrible to be out here right now, but it's still quite warm. And we'll catch you again on the next dog day of summer.